Welcome to the Echo Tips podcast.
Great Scott!
Here's a sneak peek into what we're going to cover in this week's episode of the Echo Tips podcast.
Good morning, Jade.
What's my morning looking like?
It's looking like a chill morning. Just yoga scheduled for 10 a.m.
Cool. What does it mean to dream about sunflowers?
Sounds like a colorful dream. Sunflowers can symbolize success, vitality, and good things to come.
Hi, aka Lady Plus. That's ALEXA Plus. And what that might mean for the future. And last week we played some videos of maybe some pie in the sky ideas, but very interesting ways of interacting with the alien in a much more conversational manner. Talking about recipes and allergies that the family have, or what foods they might like, the ability for it to take action on your behalf, maybe to order tickets to a concert or different things. So if you didn't get a chance to check out that episode and you're interested in that, by all means, go back and check out our coverage. And all the way back to February, we had some interesting coverage from that event. And different videos that we took a look at as well. And we're going to do a similar thing today and talk about any announcements that may have leaked out during some recent, financial announcements. I'll get the right term, like the quarterly announcements that companies make. But first off, for our new listeners, like I said, I give you a little bit of a rundown of what the show is all about. We'd like to welcome you. This is the Echo Tips podcast, where we talk about all things Amazon Echoes, or I should say A Lady related. That is ALEXA. So I'm not saying her name so I don't trigger your devices at home. But that could include the actual Amazon products. It can include home automation. We talk about skills, games, media, applications for seniors, caregivers, parents, children using them at home in a business environment, media playback, including videos, interactions with home automation stuff. So just a wide plethora of things. And if you'd like to find out more about a particular topic, at the tail end of the show, I'll mention where you can find a listing of our whole back catalog of 7 seasons of over 340 episodes, dealing with, like I said, a wide range of topics. We go way, way back to the original Pringle can Echo, all the way down to our day and the modern ones. Okay, so that's basically it for you new listeners. So we'll dive right into some information about the new A Lady beta. So first off, I will be using the proper name here quite a little bit in a second. So if you do have an echo and hearing distance of my voice, plus the videos we'll be playing, we'll be using their names as well. You may want to shut the ears off of your device. Okay, so not everybody's hopefully had an opportunity to do that. We'll delve right into the meat of the matter. We have been hypothesizing and reading some different reports from different outlets, like Ars Technica, I believe, and The Verge, about the rollout of the beta program that was described at the New York event conducted by Panos Panay. Now, the implications is that it was potentially delaying, and they said it was going to roll out in March, but by all evidence, it didn't really roll out to the very, very, very maybe end of March, or technically, I think that Monday or whatever, it was like the end of March, and so it may be getting delayed, and even as the rollout, it was very hit and miss, just maybe a handful. Maybe there were like 10 things described at the event, but maybe only like 2 things out in the beta. But nonetheless, there was a recent financial quarterly announcement. Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, was on a call with investors and the like, and he did specifically mention the A Lady Plus beta. I keep saying A Lady, but Alexa Plus, I'll say the actual name, Alexa Plus, beta rollout has gone out to over 100,000 beta testers. Now, as I think mentioned on PC World, and I don't remember if The Verge mentioned it, but definitely PC World, We don't know who these 100 million are, but they're pretty tight-lipped. There's just a handful of posts that they themselves, I was looking at a PC World article from just 2 days ago that mentioned, we don't see a lot of posts about these new features from these beta testers. And so there's not really a lot of insights we have. And I would love to be a beta tester, or if we have beta testers out there, I'd love to hear from you. And our contact details are at the end of the show. But nonetheless, he mentioned that 100,000. Now, that's a drop in the bucket compared to the ultimate numbers. I think the PC World article mentioned something more like 100 million devices are rolled out in homes. I felt like it was a little more than that, more like 500 million, but I could be wrong. But it is definitely it's a lot more than 100,000. So anyway, so that's all we got updated on that front. We'll move right into what we're hoping to see. So there's still some videos and things that I haven't got a chance to share with you guys from if you go to alexa.com. Originally, I told you guys could go to amazon.com/Alexa Plus. I think probably spelt out ALEXA+. But now it looks like they own the domain name just alexa.com, which was actually, I think, specifically mentioned from Stage on one of the videos. So that's how I learned about it. And so you can just go there, and if you haven't done an early enrollment, you can do it there. Or if you go back and check one of our old podcast episodes, I mentioned the verbal command you can give to get signed up for the early access. But anywho, without any further delay, let's go straight to our videos here. That way we can kind of sample some of these new features that might be coming out on our A-Lady. Let's go to that video now.
Alexa, play the show and turn off the lights.
I started the show and hit the lights.
Oh, and is this the last episode? Is there another season?
Yep, this is the season finale. Do you want me to play season 2 right after?
Okay, well, that was a little short and sweet, but a little bit about how you might create routines and just have that simple, natural conversation about, playing a TV show or a TV series or something like that. All right, well, that's kind of interesting. Kind of in tune with some of the stuff we saw last week. Demo by Panos Panay, so very interesting. Okay, let's look at another video here and see if this gives us any other food for thought.
Once you've chopped the cilantro, preheat your oven to 350.
Oh, wait. I'm using my oven for meal prep.
No sweat. We can finish the recipe on the stovetop and get similar results. Easy peasy and just as tasty.
Oh, nice.
Ready for the next step, chef?
Okay, so there's a little video about using it for recipes, meal prep, and conversation that you can have as you're chopping up your goodies there. So, pretty cool. I think that's actually one thing that's really going to excel based on all the parts that are coming together with recipes right now. That's really matured a lot, I think. So this could be really snazzy, as long as it doesn't tell us to use, what was that famous AI thing that they did a couple years ago? Use super glue to keep the cheese stuck to the pizza or something like that, or use Elmer's glue. So, what's probably funny is it was probably from a website where they were talking about how to make decorative, pizza for like a commercial or something. It probably said something like that. Anyway, all right, let's go to another video now.
Good morning, Jade.
What's my morning looking like?
It's looking like a chill morning. Just yoga scheduled for 10 a.m.
Cool. What does it mean to dream about sunflowers?
Sounds like a colorful dream. Sunflowers can symbolize success, vitality, and good things to come. Do you want me to start your Saturday morning chill mix?
Okay. That's a really kind of interesting one-off, but there it is, that dialogue you could have with her in the morning. Although I think many of us, it may not be very appropriate for recording. But yeah, it's kind of wild, and you can see how it's kind of connected to those routines or different activities it could do for you in the morning, knowing your behaviors and things like that. All right, interesting. All right, let's look at another one here. Oh, this one ain't gonna get any good for you guys. So this one, they're just texting little questions back and forth to the A-Lady, asking her questions. So yeah, that's probably not going to be the most useful video for us to watch. Anyway, let me exit out of that. All right, guys. Well, that just gives you a little food for thought. A few extra videos to kind of give you an idea of the A-Lady of the future. And until next time, if you'd like to see our back catalog of episodes, you can go to the website CERT, C-E-R-T, Dr. D-O-C-T-O-R.com. Click on blog, and you'll find a little blog posting from me with pretty much almost all of our... It's not up to date, but it's got all the way down to the 340s, I think, all our past episodes. So if there's a problem you're trying to solve, or a past episode or topic you'd like to see me revisit, you can find a whole listing of that stuff there. Also, if you are one of these rare beta users and you'd like to reach out with thoughts or suggestions, maybe even do a little demo for us, or do some sort of little project together so we can hear what it's about or what you think, I'd love to hear your feedback at ecotipspodcast at CERT, again, that same domain name, C-E-R-T, Dr. D-O-C-T-O-R.com. I'm also thinking, guys, of maybe I have a gift certificate here from a little project I did recently of maybe picking up a new Google Nest Mini, maybe potentially to demo Gemini for you guys and see how that's going to be competing, especially as we get the A-Lady rolling out. Hopefully I can demo that. Or I was thinking about maybe getting a Home Assistant, which is another competing kind of more of an open source voice assistant, which has a lot of versatility, and I believe I've heard of some people connecting that with something like ChatGPT AI and doing some pretty snazzy stuff. So if you guys have any thoughts or input, maybe things out there you've already experienced or something you'd like to see here demoed on the show, by all means, let me know. I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards the Google Nest, just because I know anybody could get that at a local convenience store or a local Walmart or something and be probably off to the races with Gemini pretty quick. While I'm not too sure about how accessible as far as like easy to get the Home Assistant is and stuff, but I'm actually more interested in the Home Assistant, but Gemini might just be easier for users. But anyway, if you have thoughts or suggestions about that, I might even put a poll up on that on Mastodon. I'd love to hear your feedback. Well, until next time, it's time to turn the ears of your Echo back on, start practicing some of the many, many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward, and we do thank you for listening. Leaning a little bit towards the Google Nest, just because I know anybody could get that at a local convenience store or a local Walmart or something and be probably off to the races with Gemini pretty quick. While I'm not too sure about how accessible as far as like easy to get the Home Assistant is and stuff, but I'm actually more interested in the Home Assistant, but Gemini might just be easier for users. But anyway, if you have thoughts or suggestions about that, I might even put a poll up on that on Mastodon. I'd love to hear your feedback. Well, until next time, it's time to turn the ears of your Echo back on, start practicing some of the many, many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward, and we do thank you for listening.